just a little bit of thinking and a little bit of learning and a lot of bit of laughing. We're going to go through some parts of the movie tied in with real life situations and some of the people that I've had who have been really important to me as far as who I've turned into. And I think we need to get back to some of that, ethics and morality and being polite to people. We need to be nice to people. And when I say nice, I'm not saying politically correct nice. I'm saying be honest but nice. Yeah. And the way my grandparents were. And they went through World War II and they went through depression and everything else. And they worked hard, but they still came back and they found a way to treat people correctly. And so my deal is about education, it's about laughing, it's about learning, it's about having fun while you're doing what it is you want to do.
With your background in the teaching field, how important is it to speak to the people in the education field as well?
It's very important because for me, I didn't learn how important education was till I was 24. Because I was told I was dumb, I didn't study. All I wanted to do was be good enough to get on the sports field. And then when I went back to school, I found out, hey, you're not so dumb. You make straight A's. And then becoming a teacher and learning everything that they have to go through, and as the rules change and the behaviors change, there's a lot of stuff, and they don't get paid much for doing a whale of a job.
Correct. You talked about getting on the sports field. Obviously, the platform of baseball gave you kind of this opportunity. How much are you maybe utilizing the platform of the rookie to maybe spread this message?
You know what, it's probably a little bit less than 50%. It's about dreams, it's about overcoming obstacles, it's about perseverance. And baseball just happened to be my dream. Anybody can plug their dream into it and see where the equation takes them. And so we just go on a little trip during my talk, and then the guy next door having a good time talking to people and getting to know people. The traveling part is hard, but meeting people from all over the world has been fascinating to me. And it's been something I've loved, and I will continue doing because it's great.
For your story, obviously, it's a very unique story. What was do you remember the moment when they kind of approached you about making your story into a movie?
The funny thing is one of the producers on the movie played minor league ball with me, and this guy quit playing baseball so he could go to France and be a model. And then he quit being a model so he could come back and produce movies. And he knew the president of Disney. And so when I get called up, we go to Anaheim to play the Angels. I go in to meet the Disney folks along a bunch of other people. And the Disney guy, I think he had a microphone in a parking lot because my agent goes, what do you want out of this? And I said, I want it to be about second chances, overcoming obstacles. I want it to be about the kids, man, that nobody thought could do anything and how they came out on top. And I walked up, and the president of Disney says the exact same thing I said. I'm like, they have microphones everywhere, man. Disney's big. And so Disney was a great choice because they kept the movie true to form, and a lot of other companies didn't want to do that. And they wanted to add their own stuff in, but Disney kept it true.
I was going to ask, how accurate, because they say based on a true story, how much of the true story is actually true?
We got 85% out of it, and Dennis said if you get 85% out of Hollywood, you take it and run. And so I'm very proud of it because the day Dennis signed on to do the movie, I was over at his house and he goes, look, if you see anything being filmed that you don't like, you tell me it's out. And he was true to his word. He's a great guy.
What was your interaction with him? Because I don't know how much of a baseball background Dennis Quaid has, but how much did you have to maybe work with him on that?
Well, it was fun. We were at Dodger Stadium one day with Jim Gott, Hall of Famer, and he was the one who was working with Dennis the most. But Dennis started doing stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm doing what you do. I'm like, I do not do that. And he gave me the ball, and I'm like, I do that. You're an actor. You got that down pretty good. And then all of a sudden, all this cheering starts. And I look up, and all these people who had come in to tour Dodger Stadium recognized Dennis, and they just went bonkers. And I went, oh, yeah, you're a movie star, too.
Obviously, Dennis Quaid maybe not look exactly like you. How much interaction do you have with people just on a normal basis about that? Do people know?
Not anymore because my hair fell out. But back when Dennis and I were doing interviews with all the TV stations, I was recognized everywhere. And it's hard when you're walking through an airport going somewhere at 3:30 in the morning and you're on the TV and the people see the TV, then they see you and you're like, don't talk to me, man. It's 3:30 in the morning. But that was cool, and I got a taste of what it was like to be Dennis or Tiger Woods, and just a little taste, because that's all I wanted, man, because I thought I want my privacy. And so God bless them because they can't be left alone, and they are constantly hounded.
My last question is, you spoke to it a little bit about the movie, The Rookie. It's just a segment of your life. How much are you trying to maybe, give them the big picture, give people here the big picture?
I want them to learn that there are things that if you're failing at something right now, that means you're trying. And so you get up, you dust yourself off, and you get after it again. You're one step closer to being where it is you want to be. And I want people to remember who they are. One of my grandfather's biggest lessons is remember that people are always watching you. And it's not what you say that matters, it's what you do, and it's your behavior. And so if we can get everybody back on that page and shake hands and smile and work out our differences, I think we'll be a lot better off.